And I looked down to see my heart broken like a shattered mirror. And I was this close to death. I mean, I was this close to death. And I'm not talking about the kind where you're sleeping in your grave. It's the kind of death where your peace of mind has been beaten and enslaved. The kind of death that has your body depleted and worn out, but with just enough life to keep you feeling like the words can hardly come out of your mouth. Can you imagine death at the tip of your fingers? And you can feel him there as you dance to negativity, corrupting your mind with his hands around your neck just to choke up your cry. Surely you think you're too young to die, too young to have a wound so deep and so real. But when you encounter a pain that changes your life, there's no age to the depths of what you can feel. There's no age to what you can feel. You're never too young, you're never too old to have your whole world tossed and flipped upside down, truth be told. Because she was only 9. Always believed that her mom would be fine as she lay there too sick to stand, as she lay there too sick to speak. A 9-year-old girl reaching out for her mother only to find her dead the next week. And there's a woman out there that mourns for her baby, spending countless nights just staring at the floor, with this feeling of the unforeseeable death nearly destructing her heart to its core. Because the pain was unbearable, and it didn't seem fair. And although they were both believers, they questioned, is God even there? They were searching. They needed someone to blame. Because what kind of God would put you through that kind of pain? But there's something that we fail to remember. And that's that he felt it too. He would never set you up for something he hasn't already been through. Because he carried his own cross knowing what was bound to occur. And he took those nails anyway so that one day your pain would be over. He knew there would be suffering. And he knew that we would cry. But the sole purpose for him allowing pain was never for us to die inside, but rather look to him so that his glory can shine through. Because in 2 Corinthians 12:9 he says, my grace is sufficient for you. I don't think we really grasp what that means. He says, my grace is sufficient for you.
Yes.
And his power is made perfect in weakness.
Yes.
Sometimes it takes something drastic just for us to be able to see this. But the ways of God were never something we were designed to be able to understand. So when our faith begins to fail, we can't just pull away our hands. We can't just steer ourselves away because we're angry at the world, or steer ourselves away because we're depressed, or steer ourselves away because our backs are up against the wall, or steer ourselves away because we're suffering from a loss. Because no matter how much it may hurt to bear what you may be going through, you can't just overlook the cross. God has the ability to be able to bring us to the ends of ourselves. He can make all things new. So if you're ever in the midst of your suffering, remember that if God is for you, then what can be against you?
Amen.